This is Stuart Stewart, two names. Stuart Stewart, one name, twice. My name is Frank Vincent. I'm live on
South Beach.
My name is Frank Vincent, and I'm live.
No, I'm alive.
I'm alive. I'm dead. I'm half dead. My name is Frank Vincent, and I'm live.
Alive.
Alive. Okay, we'll do it. My name is Frank Vincent, and I'm alive on South Beach.
Hi, I'm Dina Stewart,
And I'm Stuart Stewart.
and we're alive on South Beach.
A show with a little bit of this and a little bit of that. You know, we go to all kinds of events, and South Beach in particular is like a media mecca when somebody wants to launch a new idea or create an awareness for something. Okay, here we are at the event to save the cinemas, and I'm talking to Dorothy. Did you come all the way from Kansas just to be at this event?
No, I didn't. I got stuck somewhere in limbo with the tornado, and it just dropped me down in Miami.
Well, what's the purpose of this event? Do you know?
Yes, the purpose of this event is to have a drawing, a Powerball drawing, to see which theater is going to be the first theater to get a digital makeover.
What's going to happen to Dorothy, the Tin Man, the Straw Man, if everything is digital and the Wizard of Oz is on film?
That's a very good question. I think they're going to have to start taking over some of the older movies and redoing them into digital.
Well, do you think the Wizard might be able to help and make this all happen so that there are digital theaters all over the country and not the big ones?
I really hope so.
Well, let's click our heels and hope.
Clicking.
Do you know who this lady is? Oh, of course you do, because this is Debbie Mazur. And you're here in Miami Beach. For what reason?
I'm here for business, actually, and today I'm attending an event called Save the Cinemas. It's something that's kind of close to my heart because I grew up in New York, and I've always loved going to the movie theater. And a single screen where you have the film projector and you get to see the you have an experience, and because of corporate America, they're opening up these huge complexes, and we're at a point now where a lot of the the small independently owned cinemas are closing down. And what they really need is, for people to sponsor them to get the digital equipment that they need, because the world is ever changing, and everything is shot in high def now. Film versus digital it's a move into the future, and unfortunately, you can't change how the world is moving.
No, and you can't even anticipate what's going to happen next. You just got to go along with it, I guess.
Yeah.
Anyway, enough about the movies. Let's talk a little bit about you. What are you up to these days?
I have a cooking show called Extra Virgin. It's on the Cooking Channel. We're in season 3, and my husband is from Tuscany, and the show is wonderful and delicious. We're teaching people how to cook Tuscan food, Italian food, get their family involved. And I've got a movie coming out. It actually is premiering next week at Sundance called Lovelace, and I play a porn star.
Oh, is that Linda Lovelace?
Yes. Amanda Seyfried plays Linda Lovelace, and I'm her friend Dolly, who's also a porn star. I have a very funny scene.
Well, we're all going to look for it. And if somebody wanted to see your cooking show, when is it on?
It's on Wednesday nights at 9:30 on the Cooking Channel, which is part of the Food Network. It's called Extra Virgin, and it repeats all weekend. They do marathons. So just put it into your DVR, another modern electronic device that enables us to see, what we want to see.
I want to thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you, Stuart. Very nice to meet you. Thanks for having me.
I'm Vincent Pastore, and I played Big Pussy on The Sopranos. And they say I'm sleeping with the fishes, but I'm alive in South Beach.
As you said, when we go to these events, we often meet really interesting people. And sitting at our table, just coincidentally, was a really nice gentleman, and we got into a conversation.
I know,
with
he
him.
was sitting there so quietly. I didn't even want to disturb him.
And it turned out he was Terry Johnson of the original Flamingos.
You mean the doo-wop Flamingos?
The doo-wop Flamingos.
Doo-bat-you-wat? I only have eyes for you, dear.
Him.
Flamingos.
Him.
How did you select I Only Have Eyes for You?
I was the music and vocal arranger with the Flamingos. George Goldner bought me 33 songs for our next album, which was our first album. And 32 of them I knocked out right away, but I Only Have Eyes for You, I didn't like the way it was structured. So I was playing on my guitar, laying in bed at the hotel, and I fell asleep and I heard jabop jabop. I heard the chord changes, I heard just the way it would be. And when the disc jockeys heard I Only Have Eyes for You, it spread like wildfire.
What are some of your other hits?
I'll Be Home, A Kiss From Your Lips, When I Fall in Love.
So it's like the national anthem of doo-wop.
Hey, that's a compliment. Thank you.
Well, you deserve many compliments because I made out a lot of times to your records when I was a kid, and that was the kind of music I loved then.
Good, beautiful.
Well, thank you very much.
My pleasure.
I'm Tom Sizemore, and I'm alive on South Beach. And he's 3 years and 9 months and 16 days clean today.
You know, in addition to the bling and the flash that Miami Beach and South Beach is known for, there's also a very strong movement towards inclusion, particularly diverse people and entertainers. And Arts at St. John's is known for bringing people together for that very purpose.
Well, not only that, but they seem to have the ability to find really talented artists of all different kinds and bring them there. And it's at a price that locals can afford. This is Carol Hoffman, and Carol is responsible for creating one of the most diverse cultural programs at called the Arts at St. John's. Miami Beach and South Beach is known for its great party and nightlife, but this is an organization that is really for the people in the community, and you attract all kinds of people.
One of our goals is to build community and to have a place where people can come in casually from all different walks of life, and when we have events, people, when they come in, they're saying hi to this person, hello to that person. You know, it's like old home week, and it's really a lot of fun.
It's really like a big family.
Yes.
And if you like a family reunion where if you want to check on your relatives, go to one of these events and you bump into just about everybody you know.
I like that. Thank you, Stuart.
Thank you. You know, if you're looking at Dina and say, she looks a little different than she did in some of our other shows, that's because she's got a great pair of glasses. I really like those, and I wanted to just share it with the audience and let everybody know that right here on Lincoln Road, you can get a pair of glasses like this at IMAX. We're standing here, believe it or not, on Lincoln Road. It just looks more like a museum than a storefront. And it's amazing because there's an exhibit here. What's the name of the exhibit?
This exhibit right here, they call the immigration mural.
Just the immigration mural. What's the purpose or the mission of the mural?
The mural reflects the voice of America.
Well, I know you're an immigrant and you had an amazing journey that you finally left Saigon just as it was falling to the Viet Cong. What was that like?
It's very normal. It's a moment of life and death. The bomb just explode and you run. And on the last day that the communists took over Vietnam, I hold my son and jump in the boat. 5 minutes later, the boat left. And I become the war refugee, floating in the Southeast Pacific Ocean. The journey took me almost 3 months to Philippines, Subic Bay, Malaysia, Singapore, and end up in Guam, Wake, and end up in California and Camp Pendleton.
Wow.
But I think I look back, it's not a hardship. It's a privilege. Can you imagine you hitchhike half around the world with no money, no family, no friend, and you survive. So you must believe there's always hope. And that is the price of freedom. You always bet your life with the freedom. And in this bet, I won.
As an American, and what I see on the news, there are two impressions of why people immigrate. One is for political reasons, and the other is for economic reasons. And where Americans open their arms to political immigrants, they fold their arms and say, don't come here and take away my jobs if they're coming here because their own economy and their country can't support them. Do you think that this is true in general?
Not absolutely. The immigrant is the backbone of economic and the success of this nation today. You look around your community, you see all of us, one or other, come from another country. So this is the nation immigrant, and the hard work, the labor, the contribution, the civic, the culture, the immigrant have bring here, have built this country one of the best in the world. We are America. We are the world.
You know, in addition to all the interesting events that go on South Beach, there's an annual done by the Miami Design Preservation League. It's called Art Deco Weekend. And these are some of the most interesting people we met at the gala.
You know, when you mention South Beach Pioneers, and you mention a group of South Beach Pioneers, one name always comes up. It was Jane D., but now it's Jane Gross.
Jane D. Gross.
Jane D. Gross. And you've been associated with the Miami Design Preservation League for how long?
Since 1982. Actually, Barbara Cabotman's son Andrew hired me in September of 1982 for a 3-month job to help rehab the Carlisle. And I got a room at the Victor. My office was on the top floor of the Victor. $250 a week, and all my food at the Cardozo, which was the only thing open on Ocean Drive at the time.
Well, in all the years you're down here, if you had to list the most outrageous thing you ever saw on South Beach, what would that be?
I guess it would be the group that we put together and watched the Pavarotti concert on the beach. That was pretty amazing. We had film producers and film stars and busboys and artists and coke dealers and rock and roll people all together, just appreciating the beauty of that kind of music on the ocean. Nothing like it. I came here for a 3-month job, and I'm here 30 years. It's got great cultural opportunities. We still take care of our poor, and thank God for historic preservation is all I can say.
That's what really made South Beach, South Beach. Well, thank you. What's so great about being in the caviar business?
This is unique business. It's not everybody can handle this business, but you have to know a little bit about the fish, about the species, where they're located, and how you can process the caviar, and how you can sell it.
How did you get started in this business?
Because we from Russia, we know what is that caviar. Everybody in Russia knows caviar. It's caviar. It's
special.
It's something special.
You know, I want to give a special shout out to my friend Marcelo, who's better known as Dr. Aromas. He has a product that if you put it in your apartment or your office or your hotel lobby, squirts out this amazing odor which covers all other odors. And thanks a lot for your product. It's really great. You know, when you run out of things to say, there's only one more thing to say. I'm Stuart Stewart.
And I'm Dina Stewart.
And we're alive on South Beach for
SyndicatedNews.net.
See you next time.
Hi, I'm Michael Lohan, and I'm alive on South Beach.